Hey everyone, my name is Cristian. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I go to the Pasadena location. This is the start of my ambassadorship. The camera crew's been here for the past couple days. It's definitely been weird having a camera crew following us everywhere. It's going to be a fantastic year, definitely one of the best years of my life, I already know.
Cristian's life has been a miracle of events because we couldn't get pregnant, and we tried everything. I had a special prayer upon me to try and conceive, and 5 weeks later, we were pregnant.
We had 2 daughters, and we were very excited to have a boy, and we just couldn't have been happier.
And then at 24 weeks, the ultrasound gal, talked to the radiologist, and they indicated that they could see that there was an opening, or a lesion is what they call it, on Cristian's back. So we knew he was going to have hydrocephalus. They could see that. They can determine that with the ultrasounds. Oh, I'm not going to lie. It was horrible.
I basically couldn't talk to anybody about it unless I was forced into it. I was trying to formulate a plan to which I had no solution.
Cristian was born with spina bifida, with hydrocephalus. They immediately took Cristian, and I wasn't able to hold him until he was 3 days old. I just yearned, to hold that little guy. I loved him. I was just really scared.
They opened up the sac that the spinal cord was in on that 3rd day, and they put his spinal cord back in his body.
But he was pretty much a normal infant. At about day 14, I noticed that his eyes were drifting, and that's when we diagnosed that he had fluid on the brain from a CT scan, and then he got a shunt placed at day 15.
When I was younger, I loved sports. I loved to play soccer and baseball and did the best I could, but it wasn't until later that I realized I couldn't keep up.
He was playing t-ball. He was on 3rd base. Cristian realized people were laughing. He wasn't happy anymore. He was embarrassed.
The kids really started noticing that his walk was a little different.
I didn't hang out with my friends at all. I let that fear control me.
He had broken his heel in a 1st or 2nd grade, and so we knew that his foot was clubbing and stuff, and so I went to multiple specialists. It was like hitting a brick wall. We just kept getting, well, I don't know much about spina bifida, but ... that just wasn't an option. I kind of felt like I was losing hope, and then I felt like this failure as a mom because I couldn't help my son.
So Jack Richardson is the man that introduced me and my family to Shriners Hospital. We were at a buffet, and then I see this man walk up to our table.
And I just happened to look up, and here comes Cristian here. I can see he's having a little difficulty walking. And I told my wife I'm going to go over there. Your mom told me what you had. I said, our guys at the hospital take care of that. And I always remember your mom's response. Yeah, it's quite a deal.
And that's where our prayers were really answered, and that's where the Shriners journey began.
It was just life-changing because nobody had ever helped me to the degree that they had.
So at that time, they were having difficulty getting care for Cristian. I talked with the family via telemedicine, and they told me his history and told me his problems. And it was a fairly quick visit because, we already had a multidisciplinary spina bifida clinic in place, and so let's get him set up to come back and see the whole team in a few weeks.
Alrighty, so I'm here at Shriners in Pasadena. I'm here with the local Shriner, Lou. And we're just gonna take you on a quick tour of a couple of the stops in the hospital. Alrighty, so one of the first things that you notice about the hospital is this wall. It's interactive. Yeah, and there's like a bunch of different games that it switches to, like a hockey thing, and then there's like this ocean thing, and I thought that was really cool, the projectors for that. Here's radiology, where we go back and do all the scans and all the testing. And then back here is POPS, where we do all the leg braces and stuff like that. Alrighty, so here's the rehab center where they do different therapy for all the patients after their surgeries. And got a treadmill, got a couple weight machines, and
most exercise I've ever done.
it was unlike anything I'd ever been to before, because they assured us that with the things that I was dealing with, that they can help me and that I would become more independent. And it was just the greatest feeling.
So Cristian is a pretty typical boy with what's called sacral level spina bifida, and so he does have what's called neurogenic bowel and bladder, so he has some issues with bowel and bladder control, and he's had some surgery here at Shriners to help him with that and help him get better control.
So Cristian has had a few foot surgeries, and the goal of those foot surgeries was so that he can at least fit into regular shoes and try to function as normal as possible. And we were able to do that for Cristian extremely well. The specific braces that he has pushes his knees back a little bit. It keeps his foot up, so he doesn't drag his foot and he's less likely to kind of fall.
Those two procedures alone have made a world of difference for Cristian.
Here at Shriners, the kids can have one-stop shopping, and then they can have the convenience of really accomplishing a lot in each individual visit. And that's the reason why I work here. You know, I can take care of kids from all different parts of the world and provide them what they need quickly and efficiently.
So my daily routine is I wake up about 5 o'clock every morning, and then I head off to what's called Seminary, where we go and we read scriptures and we talk about different church doctrine. And after that, I go off to school. First is government honors, and then I have orchestra, and then I have English, and then I have AP calculus, and then AP physics. So I work at the Cinedome. It's a movie theater. I work as an usher. I go in after the movies are done, and I go and clean up everything that's on the floor, all the popcorn. It doesn't even feel like a job to me. I love to be there. And then go to sleep, and the process repeats. So I am a Boy Scout, and the highest rank of Boy Scout is called the Eagle Scout, and one of the requirements in order to achieve that is a community service project. And so I thought there was no better thing to do besides giving back to Shriners for everything that they've done for me. And I remember the thing that's helped me the most is a simple stuffed animal. So I collected money for months. I got friends together and we went down to Build-A-Bear. Me and my friends were able to build 202 bears to bring down to the hospital. The smiles on the kids' faces was the most amazing feeling. I plan to continue to bring Build-A-Bears down there for as long as I can. Back in 6th grade, I started playing the cello in the orchestra. I had been able to continue that throughout high school, and I'm actually in the chamber group, and it's what's helped me through a lot of days. It takes me out of my mind and out of my stress, and it's my way to escape and be myself. And it's one of my great passions that I will continue into college and throughout the rest of my life. My sisters, they've always been like mothers to me, especially Sam. She has always been my best friend. My other sister, Nakia, I love hanging out with her and her family, and they're the best, and I just love them all.
We grew really close when we spent all the time together through Cristian's medical history. I do think back on how much Shriners has done for not just Cristian, but a family as a whole. I believe Cristian is as great as he is today because he never doubted himself. Cristian is just an inspiration. I am beyond proud to be his sister. I just look forward to his future and seeing all that he accomplishes.
I think Cristian really developed his confidence after Shriners came into his life. I think he was able to realize all the things that he can do and that his disability really isn't a barrier.
Cristian is a bulldog. He is very determined. The people around him love him, and he has never once felt sorry for himself. He is a loving, caring young man that understands the priorities of life.
He doesn't think about himself, which is very unusual today. When you look at a young man that has the challenges that he has, I can't think of a better example to let other people see what a good person really is.
I've always said to him, don't ever let spina bifida define you. Be who you want to be and be proud of that. And he is. I can see that he is. And I am so proud of him because I saw this preteen just evolve into this wonderful young man who is confident now.
He wants to give back. I believe it to be one of his goals in life, to come up with something that he can give back to Shriners and help them to help put smiles on children's faces like they put on his. I'm without words about my pride in my son.
Thanks to Shriners Hospital, I have become independent and the person I want to be, and I'm able to go off to college, and I'm going to attend BYU in Utah. I wouldn't change anything about myself. I know that I am who I am because of Shriners, and I have been able to see that I can do whatever I want and that I can overcome any obstacle that I face. I want to just be able to give back to them because of that, because of the life that they've given me. They've really changed my life for the better, and I'm forever grateful for them. Through Shriners Hospitals for Children and the National Ambassadorship that I've been given, I hope to be able to share a message of positivity and hope to all those that need it and to all those that have gone through tough times. And I hope to be able to share through my experiences that no matter what you're going through, you can always make the best of your own situation and get through it, and it'll all be okay.